What's going on? Motor City Sports Talk. We in the building. How will Matthew Stafford perform this Sunday versus the Minnesota Vikings without Golden Tate? Golden Tate has some really big games versus the Minnesota Vikings. Will Matthew Stafford come out here on a revenge tour, on an angry tirade, and just start slicing people up and, stand on his own 2 feet and do a post press conference video saying how he really wanted Golden Tate to be here? Seems that Matthew Stafford is really, really numb to. Seems like he's really numb to the BS that goes around in the Lions. I don't think he really, at least maybe he handled his thing behind closed doors, but it doesn't really seem like he got any fire. I ain't gonna say fire. It seems like he really don't really be, taking up for nobody. You know what I'm saying? Or really challenging management to make things happen. Now, I guess when you get $27 million a year, why would you care? I'll get $27 million, one win, $27 million, 16 wins. So I don't know if he's gonna let us play to talking about Golden Tate, being gone. But how would it affect the offense? You'll see. You'll see. TJ Jones, if he get injured, which he's very, very injury prone, then Brandon Powell will step in. But he won't have that relief valve. Do we expect to see a major dip or a major spike in offense? You have to wait and see. I can just give you my 2 cents. I really don't know. It can mean more balls for Kenny Galladay. It could be more balls for Marvin Jones. Maybe they might play Marvin Jones and Kenny Galladay a little bit in the slot. TJ Jones could play in the slot on the outside. You might see more plays down the field from the slot from TJ Jones. You never know. They had to be preparing for this to happen. But either way, I thought they was going to lose to the Vikings regardless, with or without Golden Tate. Will Matthew Stafford, just the wheels completely fall off, without Golden Tate? You never know, You really don't know, But I didn't expect the Lions to go on to do anything prolific. I didn't expect them to go on this great winning streak with or without Golden Tate. But I think it will have some effect on Matthew Stafford. I think it will. He's played, with different receivers in the slot before. You remember that year Calvin, when Golden Tate got here and Calvin was injured and Golden Tate tore it up on the outside when he still had the speed to really beat a lot of receivers downfield. Now, they had other people in the slot then. So, like I said, man, I expect Stafford to be the same Stafford. I expect, I don't expect TJ Jones or I don't expect Brandon Powell to be Golden Tate. That's what you expect to know. So my whole premise on Golden Tate was I didn't feel like he was being utilized the right way in Jim Bob Cooter offense. I never thought he really abused Golden Tate in the way he could have. It was always drag routes, whip routes, drag routes, shallow crossing routes. That's what he ran in the slot. He never really got a chance to run those deep post routes. He doesn't run those deep post routes with his tight end either. So in my opinion, my main problem with Golden Tate wasn't Golden Tate. I said it before. My main problem was that Jim Bob Cooter doesn't know how to utilize his tight ends. He doesn't know how to utilize, his slot receivers. We've seen Wes Welker be unguardable on option routes. We've seen Wes Welker be unguardable in the slot on whip routes, in and out routes. We've seen him be unstoppable on out routes, breaking routes to the sideline. We've seen him being unstoppable on slant routes and combination routes, rub routes. Jim Bob Cooter, like I said before in my previous video, I'd rather have seen them keep Terrell Austin on the defensive side of the ball and bring an offensive coach in. That's where the problem was at. An offensive guru like Sean McVay, with these 3 receivers they would have had, with Tate and Jones and Galladay, Sean McVay would have got Golden Tate paid. That's how valuable he would have been. Kyle Shanahan would have done wonders with this team. Jim Bob Cooter was holding his team back. And then, on top of that, if it's not Jim Bob Cooter or it wasn't Joe Lombardi, if it wasn't Scott Linehan, then guess who it is? Obviously, offensive coordinators are having limitations because of the quarterback. So if it's not the offensive coordinator and he's masking or he's covering up for Matthew Stafford, then that's your problem. And people don't want to hear that. Through all the losing seasons since 0-16, Matthew Stafford has been your quarterback, except for the first 2 seasons. He can easily be the problem reason why the Lions are not winning. But the problem is bigger than him. I won't use him as a scapegoat. The problem is your ownership. They don't want to spend money to complete a team. They don't want to spend money. So I don't expect anything. I expect the same Lions performance I see every Sunday with Golden Tate to be not being out there. It won't make a major difference. He's not the lone difference between winning and losing. He ain't a Barry Sanders. He ain't a Calvin Johnson. You catch my drift? He ain't a Todd Gurley. He ain't a Tom Brady. He ain't an Andrew Rodgers. It's not going to make or break this team with Golden Tate. What makes and breaks your team is the players that get drafted, the players that get brought on here, the players that get developed by the coaches, the ownership when they want to spend the money, your coordinators and your coach. And your quarterback. Look at Green Bay. Now that Rodgers is injured and he dropped a bit and a little bit out of his prime and he can't carry the load like he used to, now everybody get exposed. We don't have a generational quarterback in Detroit with Matthew Stafford like Aaron Rodgers, like Tom Brady. So at the end of the day, Golden Tate ain't going to make no difference. The Lions are going to be the same Lions that didn't win a playoff game with or without him. And the fans don't want to hear it. You want to dislike and get mad. You know, I seen the brother Everything King tweet out and say, I'm tired of talking Detroit sports, paraphrasing here. He might just switch his channel over. Because the fans just don't understand. Y'all just so fanboys. I mean, I can't stand it either, but it is what it is. We gone.